starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Nate Myhock. For art lovers here in the Northwoods, local gallery Art Start is a sort of refuge to get out and enjoy the many types of artwork on display in their galleries. As Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski explains, the gallery now has some new work on display.
Art Start is a community organization that engages our community, strengthens our community to build a stronger community through arts education and cultural engagement.
And that bond with the community continues for the art gallery with their new exhibit focused on water.
We love our lakes and such, but that was really just a starting point for our artists. And you'll see when you go through the galleries, you're going to see water in so many different ways.
Steinbrink says that because the organization has put on the exhibit for many years, continuing it allows for community artwork to be shown off.
This is an annual exhibition. It's one of our favorite exhibitions here at Art Start. It allows our community members to submit an original piece of artwork to be put up in our professional galleries. I mean, we have an artist who I believe is 5 years old, all the way up to our senior citizens.
She says that community involvement is key to the success of Art Start's mission.
Art Start is just really proud to be a part of Rhinelander, really proud to be a part of this community, proud to serve this community. And part of that is allowing our local artists to have a place that they can show their work.
In Rhinelander, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
All right, Andrew, we had some flurries around this morning, but it looks like it's clearing up now. What's the latest?
Yeah, Nate, it's clearing up real nicely, so enjoy that beautiful sunset that we are facing right now, and know that we will pick up some more clouds into overnight, along with temperatures on the decrease. So instead of temperatures on the rise like they were last night, getting up to those 20s, tonight we're watching those spill into the negatives, and we'll be settling on down into the negative teens throughout the rest of overnight, with some wind chills feeling like the negative 20s. So bundle up out the door on Friday morning. Also know that Friday is going to be a lot colder of a day, looking for those daytime highs near 12. After that, we are looking for a little bit of a rebound in temperatures Saturday and for the rest of the weekend, topping out into the low 30s in early parts of next week. Details on that in your full forecast. Nate?
Thank you, Andrew. The Hodag Dome is calling all competitive walkers to join their new initiative beginning next month. The Dome is sponsoring a winter walking challenge from February 1st to March 31st. Dome manager Janet Jameson says walking is a very popular activity for their members, and she estimates that half of the Dome's 1,400 members come just to walk.
There's people who meet their friends here at the same time every day, and they walk some laps together, or they'll come in with their spouse. And we find a lot of times that someone's walking and they run into somebody that they know from the community, so it's a chance to catch up with some friends too and get your exercise at the same time.
Jameson said the goal of the event is to provide a way for people to stay active when it's cold outside. Walkers will choose a 25, 50, or 100-mile goal, and those goals could be attainable for Dome regulars who say the challenge is just a natural progression of their routine.
We walk because I'm retired now, and you got to keep moving. That's one of the secrets to good health, is to keep your body moving. So walking is part of a regimen.
The challenge costs $10 to enter. All participants will receive their choice of a Hodag Dome t-shirt or a pint glass. A little after 11 on Thursday morning, the Oneida County Sheriff's Department responded to a semi and car crash north of County Highway K in Harshaw. Both the north and southbound lanes of Highway 51 were backed up for a long period of time. First responders from the Cassian Fire and Oneida County Sheriff's Departments worked together in clearing the scene. Eventually, they declared all lanes of traffic clear at 12:38. No injuries have been reported at this time. Moderna is testing a brand new Omicron-specific COVID vaccine booster. The drug maker announced its clinical trial on Wednesday. The phase 2 study will assess the safety, tolerability, and immune response generated by the shot within adults. That announcement came just one day after Pfizer announced a similar trial. However, it is not clear that a variant-specific vaccine would be necessary, since booster shots have shown to be effective against Omicron. And a new Omicron variant has arrived in the United States. This strain is called BA.2, and it's been detected in at least 17 states. However, it's only been reported in less than 1% of confirmed cases across the country. In the country of Denmark, Denmark, about half of all confirmed cases were traced back to this new variant. The spread of BA.2 in Denmark came just a few weeks after it was first identified in the country, which suggests to some experts that the new variant could be more transmissible than the original Omicron strain. And while research on this new variant is still in the early stages, there are some indications that BA.2 is not a deadlier strain, and it appears that current vaccines will likely reduce the risk of serious illness. A record number of Americans signed up for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. That's according to the White House. 14.5 million people signed on through government-run exchanges during open enrollment. That period lasted from November through January 15th. President Biden also gave credit to the American Rescue Plan as well. About 10 million people went through the federal exchange website healthcare.gov, and open enrollment there ended on January 15th, but people in a handful of states still have a few more days to sign up through their state's exchange, so that number could rise again before the end of the month. A whistleblower from the Transportation Security Administration has come forward with some news that he and a few coworkers had been going into work despite being sick, and they did so to make extra cash. The whistleblower is now concerned that a national TSA incentive last year could have brought even more COVID cases into the Indianapolis International Airport. Gina Galores has the story.
A transportation security officer here at the Indianapolis airport does not want to be on camera, but he's voicing concerns about a new TSA bonus incentive that states be at work or show a positive COVID test result in order to get the money. He says it leaves too much room for error.
To make people who face the public constantly, who are coming in contact with thousands of people, and this is nationwide, by the way, they shouldn't be coming to work sick.
But this TSO, who 13 News is not naming, says this is the case for him and his team members.
It was all about the money for us, because we don't get paid very much, so any bonus that we can get, we have to try and get that.
This summer, TSA began offering bonus pay to employees with 0 unscheduled absences.
I don't think that should ever happen, especially during a pandemic.
In years past, he says a bonus was based on performance. But the officer says stakes were high through the holidays when pay was raised to $1,300 if they didn't miss a day of work.
Normally, we would go get a test and then we would stay home until we have a result. But if you get a negative result, then you lose your money. So nobody wanted to risk that, and I don't blame them.
He says he and others went to work while sick until they had a positive test. For him, it was on the 4th test.
They were spreading it throughout the range, throughout the public.
The American Federation of Government Employees acts as the TSA union. A spokesperson tells 13 News they have not received any complaints. The TSA encourages those who are ill to stay home. A spokesperson says in part, quote, TSA has transitioned away from the end-of-year bonus model to one in which TSA provides pay raises and awards throughout the year. The hard work of our TSA officers is essential to our mission, and we will continue to enhance TSA's total compensation package and improve pay for those on our front line.
Coming up after the break, North Korea has been raising some eyebrows for their recent actions. We'll explain what they've been up to, but that's after Maine weather with Andrew right here on News Watch 12 at 5.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's mega clearance event is on now. Millions of dollars of clearance furniture, mattresses, and top brand appliances must be sold. Save as much as 85% off and no interest financing for 3 years. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
To the dentist. To the dentist. To the dentist.
We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all. They are the whiz of all there is that has teeth involved. If ever a doctor was, these are them because of the painless care that causes a buzz. We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all.
All hail Nathan Chen.
She is a true competitor.
begin next Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Sick of waiting for your furniture to arrive? Menards has furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $299 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional? A new recliner or love seat? Buy one today. Get a free rug. Hurry up. Get to Menards before they're gone. In store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's mega clearance event is on now. Millions of dollars of clearance furniture, mattresses, and top brand appliances must be sold. Save as much as 85% off. And no interest financing for 3 years. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Welcome on back, taking you for a look around the region this evening during our sunset. Boy, have the skies opened up nicely this evening, so enjoy that sunset and know that we do have clouds back on the increase a little bit throughout the overnight hours. I don't think we'll be talking about much in the way of snowfall, at least accumulating snowfall coming up into this weekend. Now, checking out current temperatures, most of us hanging out in those low teens right now. We are cooling off more overnight tonight versus that warm up that we had last night after a cold front has swept through the state of Wisconsin, and an area of high pressure right behind that is going to help keep things fairly bitter into overnight. So looking at that temperature change from the last 24 hours to now, still seeing warmer temperatures than we were for this time yesterday towards the Fox Valley, but you can see well off to the northwest where that colder air is really taking hold, and we'll continue to watch these values slip into the rest of overnight. And here we go, seeing those low teens transition to the single digits, and then we're falling into the negatives. I do have us bottoming out into the negative teens throughout the rest of overnight. Wind chills won't be too unbearable. We'll feel those in the negative 20s at their lowest throughout overnight, and you will also notice some clouds will stick around throughout overnight, so we'll expect some partly cloudy skies before those open up once again into our Friday. Now, the temperatures out there right now are going to be those temperatures that we're feeling for our daytime highs on Friday, so that cold air is going to remain for another day or so until we look for temperatures to be back near 20 degrees for the weekend, and then we're even going to be trying to do the low 30s into early parts of next week, and then we drop off from here, cooling off once again. Now, coming up for our Friday, like I said, some sunshine to start off the day. We will keep up with those sunny skies, a few clouds mixing in as well. It will be more of Saturday that becomes more of that gray day once again, kind of like how we started off this Thursday morning. And we will look out for a couple of snow showers as a weak disturbance crosses a bit to our north. So I do think most areas will be missed, talking about some light snowfall, not much in the way of accumulations, and that will also be pretty hit or miss all around. For tonight, we're down near negative 13 under partly cloudy skies. That northwest breeze near 5 to 10 miles an hour will have us feeling like the negative 20s throughout overnight, so not unbearable. We've been colder, of course, but just know it's going to be a little bit brisk at times. And then we look at our Friday, mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy all around. Highs near 12, we're near there now, so we'll feel that for our daytime highs coming up for tomorrow. And winds coming out of the west-southwest, those will hardly be noticeable, coming in near 5 to 10 miles an hour. And now to break down your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, is going to show a couple things here. Number one, that temperature increase. We saw that through Tuesday, and then we're back into the teens right away on Wednesday. Also, there's a few snow chances working into the forecast. We saw those couple spotty showers on Saturday possible, but then we're going to be waiting until early parts of next week when we have that warm up topping out on Tuesday for another chance of snow showers, following up with another chance on Wednesday with those highs sticking around into the teens for middle parts of next week. Nate?
Thank you, Andrew. We received more news this morning on the major shakeup in the Supreme Court. Justice Stephen Breyer officially announced his retirement, leaving President Biden with a choice to make. NBC's Bree Jackson has more.
I, Stephen Breyer, do solemnly swear.
Justice Stephen Breyer stepping down later this year after more than 27 years on the Supreme Court, paving the way for President Biden to nominate a successor. The president not saying much yet.
Every justice has the right and opportunity to decide what he or she is going to do and announce it on their own. There has been no announcement from Justice Breyer.
With an announcement expected soon,
I'm looking forward to making sure there's a black woman on the Supreme Court.
The White House reiterated President Biden's campaign commitment to nominate a black woman.
It's going to be a black woman almost certainly, and that will be a new perspective historically on the Supreme Court.
On the short list, Ketanji Brown Jackson, a graduate from Harvard Law who clerked for Justice Breyer. Another leading contender, Judge Leandra Kruger, who serves on California's Supreme Court and has argued several cases before the nation's high court. Whomever the president picks sets up a confirmation battle on Capitol Hill. Democrats plan to move fast.
In the Senate, we want to be deliberate. We want to move quickly. We want to get this done as soon as possible.
There is no need for any rush. We can take our time, have hearings.
Justice Breyer is one of 3 remaining liberal Supreme Court judges. President Biden's new appointment will not change the balance of the court. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Russia's foreign minister said today that officials were studying the written response from the U.S. to resolve the crisis taking place with Ukraine. However, he said it contained, quote, no positive reaction on the main issue of NATO expansion eastward. Russian President Vladimir Putin's spokesperson also advised there was, quote, little ground for optimism after receiving the response from the U.S. and NATO. Moscow wants guarantees that NATO will never admit Ukraine and other ex-Soviet nations as members into their alliance. Russia also wants NATO to roll back troop deployments in other former Soviet bloc countries. In separate responses delivered to Russia on Wednesday, the U.S. and NATO held firm to the alliance's open door policy for membership. North Korea fired 2 suspected ballistic missiles into the sea today, marking their 6th weapons test of the month. Experts say that North Korea's fast pace of testing shows intent to pressure the Biden administration as both sides are deadlocked in negotiations of U.S.-led sanctions against the country. South Korean officials said the weapons were launched 5 minutes apart and flew 118 miles before landing in the sea. Senior South Korean security and military officials gathered in a meeting during which they expressed concern over the North's test launches and urged Kim Jong-un to recommit to dialogue. Last week, North Korea issued a threat to resume testing nuclear explosives and long-range missiles to target the American homeland, a project that had been scrapped in 2018. Germany's parliament observed International Holocaust Remembrance Day on Thursday. An official ceremony was held at the Bundestag to honor the 6 million Jewish victims of the Holocaust and millions of other victims of the Nazis. Holocaust survivor Inge Auerbach spoke at the memorial hour on the Day of Remembrance of the Victims of National Socialism. International Holocaust Remembrance Day falls on the anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp in 1945. Coming up next, Canadian truckers are causing turmoil over the recent vaccine mandates in Canada. They're now taking their fight to the country's capital city. We'll share those details after the break.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Taking a chance. Some traditions just keep getting better and better. Ford F-Series, the official truck of the NFL and America's best-selling trucks 44 years and counting. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Only at your local Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
I thought I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
A convoy of Canadian truck drivers are uniting to protest the country's federal vaccine mandate. The convoy is due to arrive in the capital city of Ottawa, Ontario over the weekend. Police in the city say they're preparing for significant disruptions as they believe the demonstrations could last for several days. Some citizens have also shown concern about the protesters coming to their city. Travis Danridge has the latest on the situation.
As the convoy rolls on toward the nation's capital, Ottawa is preparing for hundreds of thousands of protesters to descend on Parliament Hill.
There are an increasing amount of other interested parties who are considering, if not actually articulating, coming to the nation capital and participating in a range of related demonstrations and in some cases counter demonstrations.
Those extremist voices, now part of the group, are what's causing concern. Pat King claims to be an organizer. He has spouted homophobic and racist language in the past, and other leaders of the convoy are now distancing themselves.
100% that it's had to be done due to the PR. It had to be done. It had to. So it is what it is.
Today, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh called the convoy dangerous. CBC News has confirmed Singh's brother-in-law donated $13,000 to the convoy's GoFundMe. Singh says he told his brother-in-law he completely disagrees with the donation. His relative is now trying to get the money back.
There are some people who are kind of getting involved in this now, kind of to infiltrate it essentially, to cause trouble.
Anti-hate groups are also sounding alarms.
Well, they're certainly the ones that are getting the lion's share of the attention. So as I said, there are certainly truckers that are going in this protest who are doing so through no malice towards anything other than their desire to end mandates.
Still, many Conservative MPs are voicing their support for the convoy. The federal transport minister had this to say.
I expect that protesters will respect the rule of law. They'll be respectful. And I leave the issues of security operations to our specialists.
Over $5.5 million has been raised for the movement. Those funds now on hold, as serious questions about where the money is going and how it will be distributed have yet to be answered. Travis Danridge, CBC News, Ottawa.
Need a lift? Get back on your feet with a lift chair from Mall Furniture. Recline, lay flat, massage, lift. Mall has a huge selection from top name brands, all available to take home today. Mall Furniture, Marshfield, Wisconsin.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away.
Alan Jackson has become a part of America's musical landscape and a country music icon over his 25-year music career.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee.
Now he delivers a powerful performance featuring songs from his very personal release entitled Precious Memories.
I love to tell the story. 'Twill be my fame and glory. Are you ours in the blood?
Filmed live at the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, this unique DVD captures powerful gospel performances and intimate interviews with Alan, his mother, and his wife as he reflects on his musical journey.
This is my story. This is my song.
If you call now to order this inspirational video, you'll also receive, as a very special bonus, a 2-CD collection featuring 28 classic gospel favorites.
Love lifted me. Love lifted me. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. He lives, he lives, Christ Jesus lives today.
This DVD keepsake is a priceless addition to any music collection, and it can be yours along with this bonus 2-CD collection for the special low price of $29.95 plus shipping and handling. To order, have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen.
When we all get to heaven, what a
Need a new mattress? Come see the huge Comfort Sleep Gallery at Mall Furniture in Marshfield. Choose from all sizes and firmness. Two-sided, flippable, and made in Wisconsin. Need adjustable bed? Everything is in stock and ready for immediate purchase at Mall Furniture Marshfield.
You know, Andrew, I've been so used to the cold temperatures over the past couple of weeks that you said the high today reached 22 degrees here in Rhinelander. When I was outside, it could have been 42. It felt so nice to at least have the sun and, you know, not have below 0 digits for once.
Yeah, it was really nice. We went from a temperature swing to about 40 to 50 degrees in the last 24 hours. So kind of a big difference there. And of course, you know, a warm up is a relative term this time of year. We'll take those 20s though. And, you know, we did see some clouds to start off the day, but it was nice to see that sun. Seeing a little bit of that now at sunset over Hode country. So enjoy that. And then for the rest of overnight, we'll keep up with some clouds. And then we'll have temperatures back into the negatives, negative 13 for a low here in Rhinelander with a little bit of a breeze from the northwest near 5 to 10. So expect a bit of a wind chill with that. But then Friday, we're only having highs near 12, so it'll be sunny, but it's going to feel cold once again. And as we look at our 7-day forecast, we have some snow chances working in. Most of that is going to hold off until early next week, but maybe a little bit of that on the way for this weekend, Nate.
Is that a 33 I'm seeing on there? We're going to get above 0 or above freezing
sometime?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. I'll take that. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 6.